Hi, I'm Chris James, and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today, I wanted to discuss something philosophical. We're going to be talking about being crushed under your own weight.
We're missing a piece of the puzzle. You start getting healthy and you just become a better person. We need to start focusing more on the individual.
Okay, so the reason why I chose this topic is because I'm outside, and this tree out here that has been giving my patio like 100% shade actually fell the other day. And it wasn't like a storm, it wasn't anything that happened, it literally just fell, like half of the tree fell. And I started thinking that we are kind of like that tree sometimes, that is able to implode under its own weight, crumble under its own weight, or however you want to kind of look at it. Sometimes we try to do things too fast. And because we try to get outcomes that we haven't necessarily earned or worked for, we crumble under our own weight, the stress that we put on ourselves. The reason why this whole thing is a journey is not just because it's fluffy and fun to say and because you're going to make mistakes and you know what I mean. It's also because you're not ready for the outcomes that you necessarily want right now. I know that we feel like we should have the outcomes we want today. I know that we feel entitled, all of these weird things that we think, but in reality, if you really were ready to have them, you'd have them. You're not really ready to have them until you have them. And if you get them outside of doing the work and going through the proper process, then you're more likely to lose what you've earned because you're still not ready to have it. It's similar to, winning the lottery. If I've always wanted to be a millionaire, right? Let's say that 10 years ago, I won the lottery. 10 years ago, I was decent with my money. I probably would be okay with it. But I could also get myself into a tremendous amount of trouble. That was before I'd ever done any real investing. That's before I'd ever gotten into real estate. And so because I had never dealt with that large amount of money, I may have made the wrong decision. I could have lost it all in a bad investment because I've lost some money in some investments, right? Smaller investment. But it's better to lose your money with a smaller investment than to have $1 million and blow it on an investment and lose it, right? And that's kind of how it is with this whole health journey. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to comprehend. And as all of this stuff is taking place, you're making progress. Sometimes you might feel like you're not making progress, like you're going backwards or whatever the case may be. But the reality is that's all part of the journey, right? Because we look at a journey, we think, oh, it's a straight line. We're going from A to B, it's a straight line. I know y'all have seen that meme where, it basically is like how we think our journey or how we think our life is going to go. And it's like a straight line. And then it says how our life actually works. And it's this swirly, crazy line that goes back and forth, up and down, and all around. I think that we need to learn to accept that part of the journey. We need to shift our perspective on the work, the trials, the tribulations, the obstacles. Like I'm learning that more and more as I go through this process. So when I think about the AHA brand, right? I had a vision maybe about two and a half years ago that I would have 1 million subscribers. It was 998,000 subscribers is what I saw in my vision. And I remember thinking, wow, like that felt really real. Like I could tell that wasn't just a dream. And then I thought about it and I'm like, man, I'm not ready for that many subscribers. So many things would go wrong at that point in time in my life if I had that many subscribers. You're seeing a lot of issues with YouTubers now where their channels are being demonetized or removed. A lot of people have built their incomes and their livelihoods off of YouTube. And I never wanted to be in that position. Now, granted, I'd love to make more off YouTube than what I do, but I'm glad that it isn't my livelihood, because if I had 100, almost 1 million subscribers at that point in time in life, by now it would be my livelihood. And a lot of the censorship and things going on, it would be terrible. It would just be a mess, right? And I'm just using this as an example, right? But as it relates to your health and wellness journey, when we try to get outcomes before we're ready, we make mistakes. And I'm not bashing people for doing like surgery and things of that nature, but I know so many people who wish that they wouldn't have got those surgeries. Typically, you're having issues now that they got the surgery. Some people got the surgeries and they're fine and they promote it. But I've only come across a handful of people like that. Most people wish that they never got the surgery. And I feel like that's an example of trying to get outcomes that you have not earned, that you're not ready for. And it's not it's not something I'm saying like you don't deserve it, right? Eventually you will, but there's work to be done and there's things to learn. And also, and I don't know, everybody might not think like this, but I think about other people. I think about my children. I think about my brothers, my sisters, my spouse, my lineage, my grandchildren. If I just go and I take a shortcut, I don't have the knowledge to help them. Because ultimately, what got you to where you are, where you want to take this big leap and go get a surgery or whatever the case is environmental stressors, poor habits, poor coping mechanisms, and otherwise. And if you never do the work, you never take the time to learn what those things were, how they affected you, and how you can deal with them, that's not information you can teach or pass on. So today is a philosophical day. Are you being crushed under the weight of your own outcomes, your desire to get outcomes? Are you getting too big for your britches? Do you need to take a step back, slow down, reevaluate, gain some more knowledge, gain some more support, whatever the case may be, in order for you to move forward? One of the things I love about this brand and my family being a part is we've been able to show you all a lot of insight into what we have personally experienced, the goods, the bads, the highs, the lows. And more and more I'm seeing the importance of sharing that information and going through the bad stuff. I gained so much benefit from having difficulty because I have the right mindset. So you want to get your mindset in a place where you feel like you can learn from your mistakes, if you want to call them that. You feel like you understand that failure is not permanent. It is something that is a part of the journey. So you accept that, and then you learn from it, and you use it to propel yourself forward. We have been doing some really amazing work in our 21-day challenge. We're going to be doing some awards and things coming up here pretty soon. We're very, very excited about the outcomes people have gotten, and they've earned them. They put in work. 21 days. We are coming to the end of our 21 days, and there are still a ton of people they're still doing their pure water fasting. And shout out to those who took a break, whether it was a day or whatever, and jumped back in. That takes a lot of courage. That takes a big commitment. So I'm very, very proud of you all. For those who are listening who didn't get involved, you're going to have another chance. We're going to start doing the 21-day challenge monthly. So we're going to do it. We're going to launch it again August the 24th. So you can be looking out for that because it's been such an amazing experience for all those involved. Also, really quick, for those who have been asking about the 40-day wellness class, it is not full yet. It's just that the schedule is packed. That's all. So every day a new slot will open, or new slots will open for you to schedule your wellness calls. And I'm going to leave a link to both. There's two different links you can use to schedule your wellness calls. So if one is full, you can use the other. And it's just different people from the team you'll talk to. But if you're interested in joining, it's still open. So the August class is almost full. We probably have about 7 slots left or whatever. But we did schedule out for the next 2 classes as well. So if you're interested in joining the 40-day wellness class, you could do that. Check the link in the description box. I hope you all enjoyed this video. A little bit different. Did it outside because somebody said they liked me doing the outside videos. It's getting dark, so I'm gonna head inside. But I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, the application of knowledge is power. And I'll see you all next time.